Diana Sonis, and I'm going to be presenting to you the numerous assessment tools that we use at our school, starting with literacy assessment. A variety of literacy assessments that can be given to students from K through 2. In our district, we present students with a literacy assessment that includes oral reading, dictation, letter recognition, word recognition, and emergent reader behavior. This booklet that stays with the student all year, it's their literacy assessment booklet, and in here it has the letters that they have to identify, uppercase and lowercase, the words, this is the first grade words, their emergent reader checklist, which includes what the different punctuation marks are for, how do you start reading, which way are you going from left to right. The student must show you one word, show you two words, show you one letter, show you two letters. And then lastly, this is to score their dictation. Language assessments are done informally in the classroom during our guided reading time. This is when I will ask the students questions about the story, and I'm looking for their answers to be in complete sentences. I'm looking for them to use the correct pronouns when talking about characters, and for them to be using the correct inflectional endings depending on what the question was. So, for example, if they said the cat was walked down the street, that would signal to me that the student has maybe some trouble with language. Diagnostic testing that we use is iReady, and iReady helps us to determine what the student's strengths and needs are based on a norm reference to other students the same in the same grade as the student that you are testing. This helps the teacher to determine if the student is below, what skills the student still needs to work on, what the student's strengths are. And this is really helpful for when you are meeting with parents, meeting with other faculty in the building about that student if you're concerned. Students are so young, K through 2, the validity of the iReady test can be questioned because some of the students may not be proficient with a computer. They're used to using an iPad or maybe even a phone where everything is touchscreen, and now they're trying to use a trackpad or a mouse, and they can just be rushing through or just clicking anything as they're going through the test. So the results are not everything. You have to make sure that you are doing other assessments in comparison with iReady before presenting to parents or other staff members in the building. It can be happening every day at any time. Mid-lesson, you can decide that, oh, this table isn't getting it. Let me give the rest of the group an independent activity, and I'm going to go over and sit with this group, and maybe I'm going to pull out some manipulatives, we're going to do something hands-on, or I'm going to bring them to the carpet. Remediation can happen anytime and really should be happening and every day. The point of remediation is to not get to that intervention standpoint. So if you are constantly progress monitoring students in the classroom, you are able to cut off the problems before they become bigger and before the student may need an intervention. Remediation can look like this, where we have a whiteboard. We're sounding out a word, a CVC word, what sound comes first, what sound comes next, what sound comes last, or maybe we're rearranging some letters to make a word. Which letter is missing? Can we do substitutions? Remediation can look like math, manipulatives. Maybe we're counting 1, 2, 3. What if I take one away? How many do I have now? Sometimes it's just getting the students a hands-on approach so that they can make an emotional connection with what they are learning that maybe they weren't getting in a whole group setting. Progress monitoring is done to determine if the interventions are working. So we have a RTI tool in our staff webpage. And in this tool, you can record information weekly, and then it creates kind of a graph to determine if the student has made growth for the 60 weeks that the intervention has run. After the length of the intervention, the progress monitoring is used to determine if the student can graduate out of the intervention program or if the student needs a recommendation to special education for possibly an IEP. There are a variety of assessments that can be given to your students. The ones that I named aren't the only ones. There are plenty of assessments out there. You can informally assess your students any time of day using checklists, rubrics, or even just writing down some anecdotal notes. Assessments are extremely important so that we know where the students are and how we can meet them where they are in order to grow on what they already know. Without assessments, we could be missing the mark with students and really not helping to build them in their educational journey. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you. Bye.